Weep, Grana, Weep, Niddy and welcome back to my channel where we usually talk about Transformers, but every now and then I like to dip my toe in something else. So today on my channel we're not going to talk about Transformers, we're going to talk about this, a game called Midnight Suns that I was so looking forward to, but unfortunately now my hype is absolutely dead and buried. So last week was Gamescom 2021, and to be fair, there wasn't much to write home about, but the one thing that I was super excited about was Midnight Suns. So if you don't know what Midnight Suns is, Midnight Suns comes from Firaxis Games and also 2K as well, who are the publisher, but they have teamed up with Marvel to create Midnight Suns. Now, who are Firaxis? Firaxis are the creators of two of my favorite games of all time, and that is XCOM 1 and XCOM 2. So anybody who watched my video on Transformers Battlegrounds knows that one of my favorite genres in gaming is turn-based strategy. I'm a massive fan of XCOM, and I'm not one of these people who kind of goes and plays the same game over and over and over again, but with XCOM it's one of the few games where I've actually gone back and I think each one, XCOM 1 and 2 and then all the add-on packs, overall I think I've completed each one probably about 4 or 5 different times. It's just one of those games that I keep dipping back into, keep challenging myself on because I love it. So when I heard that the creators of XCOM were going to bring Marvel characters into an XCOM style game, I was like, oh yes, this is for me. This will be a right winner, this one. And I was going to make a video on it straight away, if I'm honest, but then when I heard about a gameplay trailer that was going to come, I thought, you know what, I'll wait for the gameplay trailer so I've got something a little bit more to talk about here, because it was very much just a cinematic trailer as we get on this. So I waited literally with bated breath to see the collision of these two genres that I really like, the Marvel style coming together with XCOM. Could be my bestest game ever, and then this happened. So last night the gameplay trailer or the gameplay live stream happened, and yeah, it started off okay. It told us that we were going to live basically with the Marvel characters and we were going to have our first ever fully customizable Marvel character, new Marvel character, shall we say, called the Hunter, that we were going to be able to play with. And I was like, okay, so only one character is fully customizable. If you're a huge XCOM fan, you know that in XCOM all of the characters are fully customizable. So even then I was like, okay. Then they started focusing in a little bit too much for me on what it was going to be like living with these Marvel characters. So they talk about getting to know them, creating bonds with them through doing yoga and going around what will be your base called the Abbey. Now in XCOM you kind of build this collaboration by doing missions together, not doing these little adventures in between. But again, it's not XCOM, it's just an XCOM style game, so I was like, okay, alright, maybe something a little different. And then they started to show off Lilith, and the Lilith model is okay. She's the big bad of the whole game, but certainly in certain shots she looks like a member of the Advent. I mean, if anybody who watches this channel or watches this video plays XCOM, you tell me that she couldn't just fit right in with the Advent. And certainly that's the kind of vibe and the feel that I got from it, and I was like, okay, alright, you know what, it's pretty cool. I'm liking the character designs. I like the fact they start talking about exploring the dark side of Marvel and all that. And I'm like, alright, okay. Now what? Then they hit you with cards. It's based on cards. Why? Why have you based this on cards. I mean, we're talking about some kind of turn-based strategy. I mean, I know some people like these card builder games, but for me, it doesn't allow you to create a strategy. So the thing that I really love in XCOM is almost like setting the trap. So you set it up, you set up your people in the correct place, you basically spring the trap on the enemy using the weapons and using the moves that you know you will have, and boom, you execute. And to see that plan execute on the enemy, that is part of the bit that really grabs me, and to see that plan executed to perfection, that is what really grips me about the XCOM games. I mean, yes, there's a percentage chance that they'll miss, but you know, it is what it is. Here, you don't know what you're gonna get. How do you create a strategy around random cards? You can't create a strategy around random cards. Now, also, does this leave it open for microtransactions? Because we all know how card-based games are played, right? We all know that whenever we see something like this, the next thing is opening up loot boxes, getting the epic cards, getting the greater massive cards. And I'm sorry, what a massive missed opportunity they've had here. They could have created something that was absolutely epic, something completely different. My one question going into this was, how are they going to handle permadeath? Not, oh my god, are they going to use cards to bring everything to life? This card reveal, I mean, obviously they were never going to use permadeath, but this card reveal has absolutely killed my hype for this. I know that they've also now come out on Twitter and they've said that, hey folks, regarding our battle card system, there are no loot boxes in Marvel's Midnight Suns or related microtransactions. To get more cards, i.e. gamma coils, we have purely cosmetic skins for purchase, and they do not affect the balance of the game in any way. Do you believe them? Do you think that they're going to keep to just the skins? 2K is the people who are behind this as well. Obviously, they're the publishers. Do you think that they're going to keep it to skins? Do you think that the skins will stay just cosmetic only? I mean, for me, looking at it, looking at how it's playing, for me, it's suddenly getting a real mobile, free-to-play vibe off it. I'm hugely disappointed. Really disappointed. I was so hyped for this game, so ready for, which for me could have been one of the best turn-based strategy games ever, and instead now it's dead hype. I mean, I'm not, if it comes on Game Pass, I'll probably give it a play, but I was all out ready to just buy this day one if it was the XCOM thing, if it was just a Marvel XCOM. I'm hugely disappointed. Graphically, it looks okay. You know, if you zoomed out, you know, I'm not looking for graphical detail here, especially for this type of game. I like the kind of comic book styling on it. I love the way that all the characters look, actually, and especially if you look versus the like the Avengers game that was released not so long ago. I definitely prefer the costumes and the graphical styling on this one. It's just those cards. I'm not going to be able to get past that. I just see microtransactions on the horizon. So let me know your thoughts on this one down in the comments. Were you absolutely devastated like myself, or is this a positive? Hey, change my mind. Do you think that it's actually going to be a really great thing? What great card builders are there out there that have not been microtransactioned up the wazoo that I could like go and look at and think, alright, maybe it'll be like this? Let me know your thoughts, as always, down in the comments. And if you're new around here, please think about giving me a like, a share, and a subscribe, because it really does help me out. And I'll see you in my next video. Alright, guys, in a bit. Peace!